You've got to be strong to survive in a strange new world, and that's just what isekai anime protagonists do in their stories. Isekai anime has exploded in popularity the past few years, with countless shows and manga following the fish-out-of-water formula. Some are certainly better than others, but the genre's reach has expanded into countless other subgenres, from fantasy to science fiction and historical fiction. Whether the protagonist is the character sent through time and space or a friendly fighter met along the way, isekai anime features some powerful lead characters who prove it doesn't matter where you come from. All that matters is how hard one can fight. But which shows depicts the most overpowered main characters in this genre? Well, watch out! Number 10. Azusa Izawa. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Azusa Izawa was once a workaholic employee who eventually died from overworking and was reincarnated as a witch in a fantasy world. Looking to live as stress-free as possible, she simply kills slimes for a few hundred years, only to determine that she has become too powerful for her own good when trouble comes knocking. Once her ridiculously high level is discovered, Azusa is swept up into adventures involving dragons, slime spirits, and plenty of other creatures in this fantasy universe. Her life never stays quiet for long. Number 9. Sadao Mao. The devil is a part-timer. Not every isekai protagonist is some businessman or high school student. Even Satan can get thrown into the mix every once in a while. The devil is a part-timer is actually a reverse isekai anime. For those who are not aware, a reverse isekai is when the protagonist transports from another world to Earth. Sadao Mao, who was nearly defeated by the hero Emilia Justina and escaped to Earth together with his loyal servant. Now he's working in a restaurant as a part-timer because he needs the money. However, it seems like the hero followed him to Earth, and because of various events, they found a common enemy. Thus, they ended up fighting together, protecting each other's backs. Though it doesn't change the fact that they are still enemies, they can't exactly make a ruckus on Earth. The irony of Satan working at a fast food joint is not lost on anyone, but that's not to say he has forgotten all of his tricks. If anything, the foray into human life has only made him more intelligent. Number 8. Chihido, Spirited Away. Though she's not the most powerful isekai protagonist ever, Chihido still deserves recognition for the sheer amount of personal growth she undergoes during the classic anime movie Spirited Away. Beginning as a mild-mannered and unsuspecting little girl, Chihido changes into a bold and fearless woman by the end of the film. She muscles through each challenge in the spirit realm with courage and smarts to overcome the surreal adversity of her new setting. Number 7. Kumoko. So, I'm a spider, so what? A day at high school, students go on their usual routine until an unforeseen disaster hits. Everybody is murdered and reincarnated in another realm as nobles or princesses of some sort. One girl isn't so fortunate. However, she's born as a spider. We follow her day-to-day struggles to live despite all odds. Now, it's common in isekai anime for the protagonist to start off the series as a low-leveled punching bag. Even for this type of anime though, a dungeon spider seems a bit harsh. Kumoko was a high school girl just minding her own business when a magic spell hit her entire class, bringing her and all her classmates into a fantasy world of demons and heroes. Kumoko is one tough cookie, considering she has to fight for her survival every step of the way. She keeps going and develops experience and power, becoming the labyrinth's nightmare. This isekai anime has a variety of plots, twists and turns, character developments, and time jumps that combine in a stunning anime. Number 6. Inuyasha. Inuyasha. One of the best-known examples of isekai anime, Inuyasha, is a classic anime that was a first for many anime fans back in the 2000s. The series revolves around a young girl who is magically transported from modern-day Tokyo to the Sengoku period of feudal Japan, where she meets many strange folk, including the titular character Inuyasha. Inuyasha is a half-demon, half-human hybrid who uses his demon powers of strength and agility to defeat foes. However, he doesn't always know his own strength, as he's prone to letting his demon blood take over his human side. Number 5. Tanya, the Saga of Tanya the Evil. Another reincarnation gone awry tale, the Saga of Tanya the Evil, follows a Japanese businessman without much faith in the world, murdered and reincarnated as an orphan in a strange war-torn industrial society. Tanya Degurachoff is a young soldier renowned for her predatory-like ruthlessness and uncanny strategic ability, which earned her the title of Devil of the Rhine. Never one to shy away from the battle, she makes her way through the military rankings to rise to power and control her own destiny. Tanya is also in the running for creepiest isekai anime protagonist of all time, being a cold-hearted man in the form of a little girl. Number 4. Ainz Ul Gaon, Overlord. Taking over the body of their RPG player is something most players have thought about before. But the isekai anime Overlord actually makes it a reality. Overlord is a well-known virtual reality multiplayer game that has shut its servers after 12 years of continuous play. Heinz Old Dress was considered the strongest guild, with the best wizard, Momanga, at the realm. After learning about the shutdown, Momanga decides to stay in his game of choice. However, he's unable to lead the game due to some reason. Strangely, NPC has gained consciousness, and Momanga, who is one of the most influential players in the game, adopts his role as a gamer and becomes a mighty wizard of this game that is akin to an alternate reality. Number 3. Shidoe, Log Horizon. Log Horizon is another video game isekai anime in which players are sucked into the virtual world and forced to survive via the game's rules. Shidoe was once an awkward student who preferred playing his favorite MMORPG over studying, but now he's living in it. Shidoe's years of experience makes him incredibly strong, especially with magic. With his encyclopedic knowledge of the game world, he creates and leads the Log Horizon Guild in an attempt to restore order. Number 2. Mamako. Do you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks? It's one thing for a character to be transported into a strange, surreal fantasy world, but it's an entirely different ballgame when their moms join them too. This is precisely the plot of this isekai anime series, following a mother and her son's adventures inside an online video game where stats are king. Mamako is an extremely doting mother, and this always gets her in trouble with her son. After being sent into a game world, the mom gets the two most powerful swords in the game. What is Masato to do now, as his ever-doting mom is way more powerful than him, defeating all opponents easily with her twin swords? Number 1. Rimuru Tempest. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime is one of the goofier isekai anime series. Even the show's title is silly, but the series is fantastic and something of a clever parody of the genre. It is arguably one of the most popular isekai anime series globally. Yeah, we get it. Slimes are supposed to be weak, but this one is super strong. After suffering a stab wound, 37-year-old salaryman Mikami Satoru reincarnates to a fantasy world as a monster, a gelatinous slime, eventually befriends a powerful tsundere dragon, and claims the name Rimuru Tempest. Although he's often seen as a low-level slime monster, Rimuru still has human values. Plus, he actually has some handy skills that allows him to eat, absorb, and mimic other monsters and their powers. He can defeat even disaster-rank monsters, a threat that small nations would usually have no chance against. He also meets reliable allies of different races and skill sets too. In the course of his journey, Rimuru becomes extraordinary as he builds from scratch his own friendly nation of monsters. That also means overcoming enormous obstacles, enemies, countries, and demon lords. So, if you want an isekai anime with an overpowered main character with fascinating and epic world-building skill trees, battles, feels, and fun humor, you definitely have to add this show to your watch list. And those are the 10 most overpowered isekai main characters. We hope you enjoyed it, and just be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our awesome content. And please give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new uploads. We value your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. I'm Mickey V, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.